Okay, here we have our Marconi peppers. This is a few of them we have in pots. We've learned that raising our peppers in pots do so much better than putting them in the ground. We can control the environment so much better in a pot. And I'm gonna move up here and show you. These are the red Marconis. They have beautiful peppers on them. These things just produce like crazy. These plants stay loaded with these big peppers. Okay, this is our red African violet banana trees. We are anxiously awaiting to see if we can get some bananas to grow on them. We've trying to do everything they tell us to do here, and we're just hoping that it works. This is our black-eyed peas. They are doing real good. They've just now starting to put some runners on. We're expecting them to start putting on some peas here in the next week or so, maybe. This is one of our sweet potato beds in front of the house here. We've actually got 3 fields like this, so we're anxiously awaiting some sweet potatoes this year. Okay, we're digging down here, and we do see we've got some young sweet potatoes forming in here, so we're hoping by this fall on this patch, maybe we'll have some nice sweet potatoes. This is the row of our lemongrass here. It's about a little over 100 feet long. That stuff has just turned out gorgeous this year. Okay, here we have 2 more rows of our pots down here with our irrigation system in them. The row on the left right here is a bunching butterbean. We're experimenting with them being in containers, and it looks like they're going to bloom and do just fine. They're really doing good. To the right here is the bell peppers. These things, I don't know if you can see me here, but they got some nice peppers starting to form on them. Every one of them. Loading up. Get the leaves out of the way. Plenty of young peppers on them. All down through here. This is our Texas gourd seed corn. The heat almost got it before we started getting some rain. You can see the bottom leaves are starting to die on it, but the tops have come out and it's tossling good now, so we're hoping that we get some ears of corn off of it for seed. That's what this patch is, strictly for seed this year. This is one of our pear trees here. As you can see, it is loaded down with pears all the way to the top, way up there. I mean, we didn't top it this past year, and it's like 25 feet high in the air up there, and it's loaded with pears. We'll be picking these in the next week, letting them set to ripen on up where we can can them. When you get down here at the bottom, you'll notice our fig tree is right beside it. We're still picking, not picking as much now. We're only picking about 1 gallon a day now, so it's about to play out. Okay, this is our purple muscadines here. I can do this without it getting too blurry. You can see they're all over it. I mean, literally over the whole vine, everywhere. All up inside it here. They're just hanging. You look down through this side right here. You might be able to just look straight through it in yonder. Up close in there where you can look down through it. You can see those things are hanging in there everywhere. Looks like it's going to be a bumper crop this year of these purple ones. And on our farm here, I know we showed you the figs, and then we showed you the pears, and then we showed you the muscadines. And the way this works is the figs come in first, and as soon as they stop coming in, right at the end of them, the pears come in, and then when the pears play out, then the muscadines come in. That's how our farm is set up, so we always got something coming in season. This is our bronze muscadines. We have a long arbor of them. I pruned them back here a while back, and they look like the grapes out in California, the way they're just hanging. I don't like to see all these long vines on ours. I try to keep them pruned back where all the growth goes to the muscadine. And I'm going to tell you something, I see one right here that's trying to get ready there. Ain't that cool? They keep going all the way down. I mean, there are several of them in here. I'm noticing, I'm starting to see some starting to turn. Just look at how many of them's hanging in here. Isn't that amazing? This is one of our fields of field corn here. It's done really well this year so far. The animals and the critters have left it alone. The weather seems to be doing good in this one, so we're going to move on in and show you a little bit about it here. Now I want to show y'all, this is how corn dries on a stalk naturally in nature. You'll notice this stalk here, these ears are broke. This one has 2 ears on it. They're broken, hanging down. That way they shed the water off of them and dry in the field naturally. As you'll notice, there's not a lot of them have done that yet. There's some that have done it throughout the field. I see several over on the other side over here that's done started to fall down. This is the natural process of how corn actually dries. There's a couple down here, actually several down in here. This one here is done broke. It's fell down. Got one right here. It's broke. I see another one down yonder. So we're actually heading into the time of the year when this will start happening. It's actually a little bit early this year. This usually doesn't happen until September, but it's happening in 1st of August this year, looks like. Well, this is actually the end of July, so it's actually during July it's happening. Okay, here we have our Louisiana orange. This tree has got a lot of oranges on it this year. You can see, boy, it is just loaded with oranges. It's gonna be good this fall when them things get ready. They are so sweet. Okay, I've just dug down right here. Let me get the dirt back a little bit more there where maybe you can see it. There's a nice sweet potato started underground here. Looking forward to digging these things before long. We have our sunflowers growing here. We're anxiously awaiting them. We've harvested a few heads, but they're probably another week or so out before we can actually start doing a real multiple harvest on those things. Looking forward to sunflower seeds. You can see they're still blooming good. Okay, these are our jungle peanuts that was sent to us. They've laid down now, putting runners in the ground. Of course, some of them's been eat off. Our baby pigs get over here and eat the tops off of some of them before we get them all pinned up. But we can walk down through here. We can kind of show you how they're doing. Since all this rain, the grass is wanting to take over. I come along and put dirt in the middles of every one of them and push the branches down on the ground so that all the little prongs growing off of the plants would reach into the dirt. These on this end seem to be doing a little bit better. This rain has really been beneficial to them. This here is some of our okra. This is called the Louisiana Velvet. It's a new variety that we've tried this year, and it has done fantastic. We planted it late after we took out our Irish potatoes, and it has just done real good. It's come up, it's growing real good. Got some nice little okra pods starting on it. I like the shape and size of these. They make a long, slender okra, and I kind of like that. Okay, this is our 3rd sweet potato field. It looks kind of rough, but it has a wild white Dutch clover growing in it. This is what we let it grow. We come over here on a daily basis and we pull it out. That's what we feed our animals, our chickens and our rabbits and stuff like that. They love this stuff. Pigs, they all love it. So that's we leave it growing in amongst the sweet potatoes just for that purpose. Okay, this is our sugarcane patch here. One of them, we actually got 2 patches. This is our new patch. We're hoping that it does good so we can get some syrup this year. We actually have 2 different varieties here. We have this one here. This is a chewing cane here, but it'll make syrup too. It just has a lot more sugar in it. It's makes a real big old stalk. And then we have this other type. This is a syrup making cane here. It's a smaller cane. It has a real high sugar content in it. Nice looking cane though. Just now getting enough water to actually start growing. We've been in this drought this summer. This is our second field of Danny corn. This in here is starting to dry also, like the other field. As you can see, the ears are starting to hang down. Got some on here. We got one in here. This one's done dropped down, hanging down. Lots of ears. When you look down through this field, you can see them hanging down. See some here starting to break and getting ready to hang down. This in here, it's almost there. I'm telling y'all, this usually don't happen until the end of September, and this year this corn's already drying, so I don't know what that means other than the fact that we've just had some real hot weather.